Another evening, it's a Sunday evening, and there's many people who are busy watching televisions, shopping in malls, eating pizzas. Everybody can be in a park or out on the street singing songs. But there are some people who ask the question, who am I? If I am not this body, if I am not the mind, the body will die and people will burn this body. And they will say, I passed away. Who is this I who passed away? If I am not the mind, because where is the mind I cannot find? I can find my hair, I can find my nails, but I cannot find the mind. If I am not the mind which I cannot find, then who am I? What is my true existence? How many people would sit on a Sunday evening and ask this question? Why should we sit on a weekend and ask this question? Because these questions give us eternal happiness. This question gives us peace. This question gives us joy. Realization of the truth leads to liberation from pain of the body, misery of the mind, agony of the ego. If somebody could take away anger, hate, revenge, and jealousy with a prescription, it would be priceless. But it is free. It is free for those who reach that level of enlightenment. It is free for those who understand the truth of who am I. I am not this body that cries. I am not the body that suffers physical pain. Of course, the body will suffer pain, but I am not the body. I am not the mind that makes us miserable with fear, worry, stress, and anxiety. Then who am I? Who am I? That is the question we have to ask. And we have to go on a quest. So today, please ask me questions that will help you go forward on the path of enlightenment. Where are you caught? In which bracket are you stuck? What is holding you back from that state of eternal happiness? If I told you I am the happiest man in the world, it's not a lie. I am the happiest man in the world because I live without any fear, any worry. I live in a state of peace and bliss. I live in a state of contentment and fulfillment. And I like to share it with you. What stops you? There must be some problem. Is it because of your ego, your mind, your physical cravings? Is it because your duty? Is it because you think you're caught in some responsibility? What is holding you back from enlightenment? So let us start. Anybody who wants to ask a question, if you have not typed it, you can switch on your mic and ask questions.
Sudeep.
Sudeep Bhargava.
Shivam, sir.
Shivam, Sudeep.
Sir, yesterday you asked a question to Makwana ji that to what extent you have been able to realize that you are not the body and the mind. So theoretically, I know I'm not the body because body keeps changing. One day it will die. So I cannot be something which is not eternal. So that theory part I know. But what could be the steps in this realization, sir? If you would have asked this question to me, I don't have an answer that how much have I realized that I'm not the body. What steps, what could be the milestones that I'm not the body?
So Sudeep, forget about milestones.
Ji.
The realization that I am not the body liberates us completely from all pain. You know, suppose tomorrow, imagine my finger gets cut. It's natural for me to cry. It's natural for me to be upset. But for a realized soul, it's not. For a realized soul, the finger, look at how the realized soul perceives it. The realized soul says, oh, finger is cut. Okay, let's do what has to be done. Can it be fixed back? Sometimes you can fix back a finger if you go quickly to the doctor. The realized soul doesn't sit back. It doesn't say, oh, finger got cut. Okay, it's God's will. No, the realized soul doesn't behave like that. So he'd go quickly to a doctor, try to put back the finger, but there is peace within. There is calm. The realized soul knows that it has happened. You can't undo what has happened. Can you undo?
No.
So that is the difference, Sudeep. Unfortunately, how much ever you and me may say, I know I am not the body. No, knowing is not enough.
Yes.
So the realization, especially more than the body, Sudeep, it is the mind. Correct? The mind is such a rascal. The mind is such a rascal. The body, at least we can manage it. But the mind makes us fear. The mind makes us worry. You're sitting in the middle of the night and there's a small sound behind the trees. Oh, you can be paranoid. You can be so you can have a fear beyond words. So the point is this, that slowly that realization dawns upon us. Sometimes the realization happens, but it is not crystallized. It is like filling water in an ice tray and keeping in the fridge. So that ice is forming, the crystal is forming. It's chill. Water is chill. And in a few moments, it's ice. You get what I'm saying? So it is that much of a moment. But if the water is in your glass and you're looking at it and you're waiting for it to become ice, I know this water will become ice. I know this water, it'll never become ice because it's not in the fridge. It's not in the freezer for it to go to below. So for us, we must slowly and steadily break the attachment to the body. That's the step. You ask me, what are the steps needed for me to know the milestones of me going forward? Oh, we worry too much, Sudeep. We worry too much. For example, let me tell you something. We worry so much about what clothes we wear. We worry we worry a lot about what clothes we wear, what shoe I'm wearing, what will somebody think about the same shoe I'm wearing from 7 days? What will somebody think I don't have shoes? It is natural. But a realized person, whatever this body wears, how does it matter? I have to put something to cover this body, right? So you reach that level where you become bindas. You're free. If your body is sick, suppose today I'm having a lot of acid reflux, right? And that acidity is growing. Okay. What's the worst? I'll die tomorrow. If it's the will, I'll die. That doesn't mean I don't do anything. I go to the hospital, I take an ECG, I check. But there's no concern, there's no worry. There's peace and there's calm. So you go step by step on that. Milestones are what you see. You don't have to tell anybody, but you slowly, the ice, the water slowly becomes ice. And Sudeep, some ice is so hard. Some icebergs are so hard, you can't break them. That is the realization of deep realization. That is a very deep realization where it becomes stronger than a rock. You can't melt it for the whole 6 months. The sun shines, the ice doesn't melt. You need to reach that level. And this realization liberates us from all sorrow. Pain of the body, misery of the mind, agony of the ego. Imagine we get angry. Oh my God, I used to get so angry. I used to get, for example, it's very natural to take revenge. Oh, you did this, I'll teach you a lesson. But then for what? The moment the realization comes, then there is no need of revenge because you and me are one. So we need to get there. I don't know whether I've got to your point.
Sir, I got 3 points from you. So I'll just repeat it. One is that I should not be concerned about what I wear and how I look. Second, I should not get angry and take the revenge. The third one is, for me, the most difficult one is to overcome the pain because I'm still afraid of going to the dentist.
Because you think you're the body. Now this is the day you can go and tell the dentist, doctor, chalo. You know what my dentist tells me? He tells me, you're a funny fellow. You are not bothered about pain. All my other patients are scared of the pain. When you come here, I am drilling away into your you are busy reading your mobile. I am not bothered about the pain. So you reach that level where you realize the pain is only for the body. I am not the body. Pain will be there, no doubt. I'm not saying, we're not talking any rubbish, right? There's no Pain will be there. Body will have pain. Okay, you accept it. Thank you, Sudip. Thank you. Ashok Nichani.
Good evening, Sirji.
Shivam, Ashok.
Shivam. Sirji, I want to continue a little of yesterday's what I wanted to say towards enlightenment. I've learned quite a lot coming to your seminars, Zoom meetings, the Shiv Temple live. I have been in contact with you from so many years. I've learned quite a lot. I'm really blessed. I've seen praying to God is like talking to God, and meditation is listening to God. But I talk to God in my prayers and have been answered and have seen miracles happening in my life. But still listening to God, meditation, I have not come to that stage yet because of the distractions. So what should I do?
Ashok, if there is noise, we cannot hear his voice. I always like to give you rhyming words, rhyming sentences, which you will not forget the rest of your life. Correct? I like to give you all simple. What is the rhyming sentence today, Ashok? Whenever you are not able to hear the voice, tell yourself, Ashok, cut the noise. Because if there is noise, then there is no voice. And if there is voice, then there must not be any noise. What does this mean, Ashok? Noise does not mean just loud television. Ashok, even one small fan moving, if the fan in the room is going taka, 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 mind will go there. Mind will say, why this fan is making noise? Then the mind will say, my electrician is so bloody useless. He has not repaired from so many days. Then the mind will say, why am I paying that electrician's salary? Then the mind says, nowadays COVID, there's no much income. I think we need to cut salary of everybody. What happens to the voice, Ashok?
Yes, you're right. There are a lot of distractions.
The mind only takes a moment to jump from Bangalore to Karnataka to India to Dubai to London to New York. The mind doesn't take minutes or hours. The mind, in a fraction of few seconds, it can jump from here to anywhere. And it is this mind, Ashok, this mind is making noise. So we have learned, cut the tail of the monkey. The monkey, M-O-N-K-E-Y, Ashok. Cut the tail means, E-Y means the ever yearning and ever yelling. E-Y, the word E-Y. The mind is a monkey, and to cut the tail, stop this ever yearning. I want this, I want that, I want jalebi. Today, I want, why today? Where is the roti? A roti came. Where is the butter on the roti? Why there is no butter? Are we not so, this is a mind, Ashok. How does it matter roti mein butter hai ki butter nahi hai?
Very difficult to control.
So, yeah, you have to cut this ever yelling and ever yearning. When you realize that Prabhu sab kuch hai, when you realize that you are one with God, then you reach a state of Sat Chit Anand. You don't need roti and butter. What is this roti, butter, pizza, burger, idli, dosa? What is it? How does it matter whether the bag is Louis Vuitton bag or some other bag? How does it matter whether you are using a Mont Blanc pen or not? Let somebody not worry about what pen you are signing with. People are so worried. You know, Ashok?
Yes.
A 200 rupees pen. A 200 rupees pen sells for 2 lakh rupees because Mont Blanc is written on it. Kyun, Ashok?
Brand
Why
name.
Why is it like that, Ashok?
Brand name.
Why you want a brand name, Ashok? For what reason?
That is ego.
Because we want to impress others. We want to impress others.
Impress others.
Who wants to impress? The ego wants to impress. You are right. The ego wants to impress. As long as the ego wants to impress, the ego will become unhappy. The ego is constantly becoming unhappy when it's comparing with your neighbor. If your neighbor's son is having a better school bag, you start thinking, my son doesn't have such a school bag, means I am what? Am I क्या मैं बकवास बेकार आदमी हूँ, मैं अपने बच्चों को अच्छा बैग नहीं लेके देता है. If one girl is using Barbie doll, the other child is crying, where is my Barbie doll?
We should never compare.
So this is all part of that eternal happiness. In the end of the day, happiness is not having that doll or that pen. Happiness is a state of being peaceful, being blissful. So Ashok, back to the subject. All this is concerned with your question. What is your question, Ashok? How can I hear the divine voice?
Voice.
How will you hear the voice?
Cut off the tail of the monkey.
Yeah, cut the
He
noise.
was.
Cut the noise. The noise is caused by the monkey.
Monkey.
Noise is caused by monkey. How to hear the voice? Cut the noise. Whenever you're sitting, I want to hear the voice. Cut the noise. Cut the noise. Cut the noise. Okay.
I still have to learn quite a lot, Sirji.
Every day is a learning show. Every day we are going one step forward. And when there is the grace of the divine, that day, it's not far away, that you will feel God is there with you all the time. You will feel all around. You will feel you will feel God is touching you. You will feel every महसूस तुझको मैं करता हूँ, देख नहीं सकता पर जानता हूँ, कन कन मेरा तुझे छूता है, महसूस तुझको मैं करता हूँ.
Feel God.
You feel God all the time. All the time you feel God. You feel God. You feel God. Thank you, Ashok. Next question.
Thank you, sir.
Das. The question from Das is, we do every good things also with the help of mind. How can we say mind is a rascal? You don't do good things with the mind. You do good things with the intellect. People are convinced the difference between mind and intellect is mind is producing thoughts, good and bad, mostly negative thoughts, more negative thoughts than positive thoughts. That is the problem with the mind. And the intellect picks the right thoughts and converts them into action. So therefore, the mind is not the one that makes us move forward. It is the intellect. So we have to differentiate. The moment you realize the intellect, then you come to know that the mind is the biggest enemy. Thank you, Das. Next question.
One more question.
One more. By Das? Das has one more question. And the second question is, I am a soul that I know, but are my worldly desires wrong? Can I want a car, home, government job? Because we have many commitments. There is no harm in wanting a car, a job, but we should not become passionate. We should not be craving for one car, second car, third car, one t-shirt, one jacket, one overcoat, one spare overcoat, one shoe, second shoe, third shoe, fourth shoe, fifth shoe. And if the 5 shoes get bad, then 5 more shoes. And if those 5 more shoes get lost, then another 5 shoes. We human beings are like that. We human beings have made our need into our greed. The moment you say, I am a divine soul, if you know it is not enough. You have to realize it. Realizing it means then you do not crave beyond your need. Therefore, you live a life of contentment and fulfillment. You are satisfied. So there's no harm in having. Suppose you say, I want something to eat. Is there anything wrong in that? No. You say, no, I want only biryani to eat. Okay. No, I want only Paradiso biryani to eat from Hyderabad. Hyderabadi Paradiso biryani. Then the problem comes. Then the problem is then you can't say, I know I am the soul. Because the soul knows what will happen to this food. This food will get processed in minutes and then finally gone. So what is this food all about? What are we? We know. Are we dumb? The food taste in the mouth only lasts for few seconds. Few seconds. We are slave of this tongue. Thank you. Next question, please.
Rajkumar Mohan.
Rajkumar Mohan.
Yeah, Shivam Om.
Sure, Rajkumar.
So actually, I wanted to know that what investment is necessary to strengthen our relationships?
What investment?
Yes. Nowadays, every relationship, what I'm finding that depends on money. No money, no money, no relationships. Because everybody maintain the relationship according to the money what we invest in.
You are right. That is how society has become, no?
Yeah.
In society, if you want to be a member of a club, means you should have so much status and you'll be a member of the club.
Yes.
Correct. And if you want to go to somebody's house for dinner, they will look. The moment you are a rich man, you will be invited for dinner. If your business fails, you will be cancelled from that from the invitee list. You will be cancelled.
Yeah.
But my dear Rajkumar,
not only outside the society, it is within the family also.
Yeah, because see, that is the value of people in maybe the family. You don't mind me. So it's not that my mother, father, wife, children must have the same values like me. No.
Yeah.
The problem is that every human being is different. We don't realize that karma is not family karma. Karma is your karma. Yes. People are so attached to their family members that they think that their and their family members' karma are connected. No. Your family members' karma, you cannot do. Suppose you love your daughter so much. You love your daughter so much. You love your daughter. What can you do about your love for your daughter? Her karma is her karma. What can you do?
No, karma is individual only.
Yeah, her karma has come when she was in the zygote.
Right.
Not after 2 years, 4 years, or 50 years. That karma is so. By you being attached to your daughter, you are only losing your peace of mind. Now, for example, you are so much you are worried about what to invest because people are not coming and talking to you. People are not being good to you. Arey, chodo na. Leave it na. Therefore, when you have a relationship with that one divine, when you have a divine connection, you're not bothered. Arey, you're not bothered. Koi family ka aaya na aaya. There was one Munisri I met about 35 years ago. I think I've not told you this. That Munisri was in Mount Abu. I went to Mount Abu to my friend's place, and his grandfather, my friend's grandfather, had one saint. In those swamis were called Munisri. He was Marwadi Muni.
Right.
So he was giving the Munishri. He had kept a room. He had kept khana. He had kept everything for Munishri. Then he went. Everything is providing. Then he went to the Munishri and said, Munishri, मेरे grandson के सब friends आए हैं. आप तो खुश हैं. So what he said, the Munishri. The Munishri said, तुम आओ तो भी खुश, ना आओ तो भी खुश. जो मिलो तो भी खुश, ना मिलो तो भी खुश. हाँ? तुम आओ तो भी खुश, ना आओ तो भी खुश. जो मिलो तो भी खुश, ना मिलो तो भी खुश. Can we do that?
No, it's not able.
We are not able to do that, no, Rajkumar.
Even our own children also, if we do not give pocket money, they don't talk to.
So the problem is, what you're saying is 200% correct. It is absolutely correct. Correct?
Yes.
But what do? You realize that this is a natak. You realize, and if you are going to buy your children with money, then what's the use of such children?
Right.
If you have to give your children money to inspire them to come and sit with you, then what is the point of having such a children?
That's true.
But we are so attached to our children. For example, oh, my child. See, oh, गलती हो गया ना? My child, गलती हो गया. ये मेरा child है ही नहीं. ये उसका child है. उसने भेजा child को संभालने के लिए. मैं संभालूंगा. जब तक वो child उसने भेजा, I am able to control. See, we have to. This is what is called detached attachment.
Yeah.
Detached attachment means, Rajkumar, nothing should matter, Rajkumar.
Right.
If I'm asking you a question, if based on what you told me, we are spending our entire day and week and month earning money to satisfy need of our family.
Yes.
Then you are satisfying the need of your family. You are buying them chocolate and ice cream and biryani and pizza. Okay.
Yes.
End of the day, they are not going to care about you or respect about you anyway. And you
Yes.
lost your valuable time. Instead of achieving nirvana and moksha, you are wasting your time buying pizza for them.
Until we give, we are good. Otherwise, not.
So a time has to come where you realize that you draw a line somewhere. You provide the basics, but you don't go beyond a point.
No,
I'm not saying.
If
I'm
they
not
look
saying
sad, we can't tolerate.
Haji,
When they look sad, we are not able to tolerate it.
because you're attached to them. The moment they become sad, then you're
Yeah.
attached. Don't be
Yes.
attached.
Right.
Give priority to your spiritual responsibilities. Give priority to God. Give priority to your Atma. That is the reality. That is why in the ancient days, people used to do vanaprastha. अरे सबको छोड़ के चले जाओ वन में.
Yeah, even the kings were leaving and going away.
Then you are not able to, you and me are not able to live and go.
Yeah,
We are attached.
that's true.
Thank you. So
Thank
the first point to my answer to your question, when they are not coming to you, when the money is not there, ignore it. You
Right.
don't react to it. You provide as per your own conscience and your dharma. You provide. Don't do more than that.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, Krishna Sharma.
Shivam sir,
Shivam Krishna Sharma.
how to develop more devotion, sir?
How to develop more devotion? Devotion to develop, you must love God. No? When you are loving God, प्रभु जी तुम आ जाओ दिल में सदा रहो तमन्ना बस ये है और कुछ मैं ना चाहूं सब दिया है तूने मुझको और क्या मैं मांगू तुझसे प्रभु जी. This is devotion. Devotion is something you comes when you love God. You must have a lot of love for God. See, Krishna Sharma, I love my mother, I love my father, I love my son, I love my daughter, I love my dog. Then God. No. I must love God first. And then only my devotion will grow. So devotion for God, once you start loving God, no, Krishna Sharma, it is a beautiful feeling. It is just the most beautiful feeling in the world. But don't be shy. People are shy. People are shy to love God. What people will think, man, this fellow all the time, Krishna, 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 Krishna. No. Don't worry about what somebody's opinion doesn't have to become your reality. Ignore people. Let people say. People will say, let them say. I was in love with my Lord Shiva from 8 years old. Then that love, that deep yearning will become. Before I forget, who's the singer in our group? Rajendra Makwana or Rajkumar? Who's the singer? Ruchika, who's the special singer? You're...
No, I am not. I am not.
I am a singer.
So you will sing today, no? Rajkumar, before the end, you please keep 1 minute or 2 minutes for singing before the end of the session, okay?
Your favorite bhajan, Satyam Shivam Sundaram.
Okay, so before we end today, 2 minutes, you will sing.
Sure.
Thank you. Rajkumar will sing. I got confused. Sorry, Rajendra and Rajkumar. Next question, please. Bridget. Question from Bridget. I'll read. I think you want me to read. I saw you often near water and river. Is there a link? Shiva, Linga, water, dear air. The sound of the water have a link because it is a white sound as Om. Your good connection of your mind thinking of Shiva, Linga, water, river, and white. But Bridget, everything is that one divine. Black or white, water or mountain, clouds, rain, snow, or sky. You reach a point where everything weaves in. It gets woven, like the dress you're wearing. So many threads are interwoven, and that appears finally as what you wear. So don't worry about breaking. Don't try to link. The mind is confusing us. The mind wants to confuse. The mind says water, white, air, link. Okay, not a problem. But concentrate. Everything is God. Everything is one God. Okay. Thank you, Bridget. Veena. Thank you, Bridget. Veena Karate.
Namaste, Master.
Namaste, Veena.
Master, my question is against to your guidings, Master.
What is it?
Just I want to clarify. Just now you answered Mr. Sudeep sir also. Still, yeah. I have this question. Yeah. You always says God lives in the temple of our heart. Okay,
correct.
Master?
Yeah. So, yes, Veena, God lives in temple of your heart. Veena, we lost you, Veena.
Yeah.
Yeah, God lives in the temple of the heart, you were saying?
Yes, Master. Yeah. You always says like that, na?
Yeah.
If we start loving ourselves means, is it near to God?
Is it near?
Can we go near to that God?
Of course.
So what's wrong in that, Master? If we wear brandeds or we have much more to decorate ourselves. So somewhere...
when God lives in the temple of your heart,
yes,
God also lives in the temple of the beggar who's outside your house. God lives in everybody's heart, Veena. When you start using branded clothes, for example, then you are paying attention to the ego, to me, I. That is wrong. I and the beggar outside is the same. So if I have got 100 rupees, instead of buying a Cadbury's chocolate, if I buy 10 plates of Anna Sambar and give it to 10 poor old people who are begging outside my house, then I have touched 10 forms of God. Not filling the one form of I love myself, so I'm buying 100 rupees, one Cadbury chocolate for myself. So that is not the way to do it.
Okay, Master. Thank you.
But I think you're not yet clear with the answer. You think about it and come back tomorrow.
Master.
You think, I know you're not, you please think about it. Tomorrow we can answer one more question. Last question, Master. Before Rajkumar. Kiran Katuria.
Shivoham Pranam Guruji.
Pranam,
yes,
Shivan.
Yesterday you were talking about death. So I was thinking again and again और ये बोला है जिस मरने से जग डरे मेरे मन आनंद मरने पर ही पाइए पूर्ण परमानंद. अगर हम मरने के बाद पूर्ण परमानंद पाते हैं तो वो हम एक्सपीरियंस तो नहीं कर सकते ना, तो पहले ही पाना चाहिए ना.
पहले ही पाएंगे ना, जब पहले ही पाएंगे तभी मरने में पाएंगे. This is just don't go literally by what the Doha is saying. जो इसका मतलब है, please understand, मरने के बाद कैसे पाएंगे? जीवन मुक्ता जो है वो जीते जी प्रभु को पाता है और मरने पर प्रभु से एक हो जाता है. Are you getting my point?
हाँ जी.
It's not कि मरने के बाद प्रभु मिलेगा. No. मरने के बाद हम संसार से बचेंगे और प्रभु से एक हो जाएंगे. So people are saying, requesting in English. So it's not that after death we will get God is only the way the poetry is saying. The real meaning is when we realize God when we are alive, then at death there will be no rebirth and there will be unification with God. Over?
Thank you.
Okay, one question we have which is pending. We will request it to be tomorrow because we would like Rajkumar to sing. So Rajkumar, the mic is over to you, Rajkumar.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Rajkumar. Please, go ahead.
Actually, the song sounds well with music, but without music, I'm singing raw song.
No problem. Please sing.
ईश्वरे सत्य है सत्य ही
शिव है, शिव ही सुंदर है। जागात कर देखो, जीवन ज्योत उजागर है। सत्यम शिवम सुंदरम, सत्यम शिवम सुंदरम, सत्यम शिवम सुंदरम, सत्यम शिवम सुंदरम। रामावध में, रामावध में, काशी में शिव, कान्हा वृंदावन में। दया करो प्रभु एक बने सब, दया करो प्रभु एक बने सब, हर घर के आंगन में। राधा मोहन शरणम, सत्यम शिवम सुंदरम, सत्यम शिवम सुंदरम। ईश्वर सत्य है, सत्य ही शिव है, शिव ही सुंदर है। सत्यम शिवम सुंदरम, सत्यम शिवम सुंदरम। एक सूर्य है, एक सूर्य है, एक गगन है, एक ही धरती माता। दया करो प्रभु एक बने सब, दया करो प्रभु एक बने सब, सबका एक हो नाता। राधा मोहन शरणम, सत्यम शिवम सुंदरम, सत्यम शिवम सुंदरम।
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. And I'm sorry, everybody, we kept you waiting, but thank you for your patience and thank you for your devotion. Thank you, Rajkumarji, once again.
Thank you.
Look forward to see you all tomorrow again at 8. I bow down to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I also enjoyed the evening.
Thank you, Raj. Thank you so much.